Joining us now, new Dolphins tight end Jonnu Smith. Jonnu, welcome in. How is Miami treating you so far?
Man, awesome. This is home, and I'm getting that home field kind of love, everywhere, man. So I'm excited to be here. Excited to be a Dolphin. Can't wait to get to work.
You're back, right? You grew up in Ocala.
Yes,
Went
sir.
to FIU. I'm always curious because I'm kind of new to the area as well. People always say you live in Florida. It's like, no, I live in South Florida. So can you help us describe the difference between Central Florida and South Florida?
Big difference. Those two different states. They need to split those up into two different states, man. Like from the culture to the food to the way it looks, everything is literally two different states, man. Central Florida and South Florida. Central Florida, it could look like the middle of Alabama, you know what I mean, or Texas or something like that. South Florida, you would kind of get more city feels, you know what I mean, with Miami and Boca, and you'll kind of get more of that vibe, man. And so guys gotta when guys get here, man, they gotta learn quick that those are two different places.
A little more glitz and glamour down here.
Yeah, man, it's like a who's who.
That's right. Yeah, go to a Heat game and see all the stars on the sidelines down there.
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and get some football here and talk about the offense you're joining here, because this offense, this coach has had a lot of success with tight ends in the past. Everyone knows about Kittle and San Fran. Durham Smythe had career highs across the board last year. How do you think your skills fit into this Dolphins offense?
Man, I think it's a match made, man. It's first off, I'm beyond excited to be in an offense, that was number one, believe through the entire season last year. So to be able to bring a little bit more versatility to that side of the ball, a little bit more explosiveness, and just being the dynamic player that I am, I'm excited about the light and the limits that we could reach, man, because honestly, I think the sky's the limit, you know what I mean? So to be able to come in here and be another explosive addition to this offense, I think we're going to reach, a lot of great places.
You mentioned versatility. So I've heard people compare like receiver lineups or eligibles to basketball teams. You got your speedy guards, your shooters, your big man in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Do you view receivers in that same vein? And kind of a follow-up to that, do you think that your play style really complements what Tyreek and Waddle do on the outside?
Yeah, man. I consider myself a speed guy. I mean, you got to, man. Putting up 21 miles an hour, at 200, 45, 50 pounds, you know what I mean? That's no easy task for a guy that's considered a big guy, man. But, obviously, with speed all over the field. Not only those guys, but guys coming out of the backfield, you know what I mean? And, that's going to give defenses problems, man. So we got to continue to put all our heads together, be selfless, going out there, playing for one another, and we'll get to where we want to go.
We had 6 guys last year in the top 10 of Next Gen's fastest ball carriers in the NFL. You can get on that list this year, you think?
I mean, I got to. The pressure on. I'm in a room. You run fast with fast guys, man. So that's those guys will be pushing me out there in practice every day. I'm gonna be working my butt off every day, man. Make sure that we in the best position to go win ourselves. Championships.
I think you'll be all right with this. The size difference kind of helps you out in that regard a little bit too. The size-speed combination is pretty good, so you'll be all right there.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that stands out, speaking of size and speed, is your run after the catch ability. Your stats jump off the page, jumps off the film. What makes that part of your game so successful in this offense that really prides itself on run after the catch?
Yeah, it's just something that I've kind of hung my head on my whole career in football. A lot of guys, coming out of high school, I was considered undersized and kind of smaller than what typical college scouts were looking for, you know what I mean? So, I always said, okay, well, I'm going to give you an element to the game that, you can't turn down. And obviously everybody didn't take a chance on me coming out of high school, but it was only one, FIU. And, I got so much love and respect for that school, man, that university, because of just what it did for me, not only as a football player, but as a man, taking a chance on me and allowing me to realize, like, it doesn't matter, where the opportunity is. As long as you get that opportunity, take advantage of it. And I kind of always just had a chip on my shoulder, man. So my run after the catch ability is a lot of things fueled behind that. That's just kind of what I've hung my head on, like I said, in my whole career, and being able to make guys miss in space, being able to bring some momentum. When you make plays, man, and you catch a ball, 2-3 yards in the flat, and able to make 2-3 guys miss and go get a first down, man, that brings a lot of energy and juice to the sideline, and that gets other guys rolling. This game is a game of momentum. I'm a big believer in that. I've been around for going on 8 years now, so I've seen a lot of football, man, and to be able to bring that momentum to this offense is exciting.
Head coach Mike McDaniel designs this offense, number one ranked offense in the NFL with his coaching staff, obviously. You mentioned Hard Knocks kind of being a bit of a selling point to you on your media availability, but I'm curious about actually meeting coach, because that's, TV and you see the edited version of it. I love hearing first impression stories of head coach Mike McDaniel. What was your first impression when you met coach?
Listen, man, when I first saw him, I didn't know if he was a professor, a college professor, or, you know what I mean, something along that sort. But when I heard him speak, I was like, yo, this dude knows stuff. I heard him talk, and I saw him coach, and seeing him get along with his players, and I'm like, it's something special about this dude, man. You know what I mean? He may, catch you at first guard at his appearance, man, but he loves the game. He knows the game, and he's a guy that takes care of his players. And I got so much respect for coaches that understand, at the end of the day, your career, so to say, in some way, shape, or form, is in the palms of their hands. You know what I mean? And for him to understand that and recognize that and want the best for the players, man, it's rare to find that. So I'm happy to be here, man, and extremely excited. Coach Mike McDaniel wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and just ready to get to it.
New head coach, new quarterback. You've talked about it a little bit already in your media availability, but I want to hear your perspective on what you've seen from watching Tua Tagovailoa from afar. I know you haven't had a chance to meet with him yet, but just watching him on tape, watching him play, what have you seen from the Dolphins quarterback?
I think I alluded to this earlier, man. I've been watching Tua and been a fan of his game since his Alabama days. Seeing him, make plays in big-time games, you know what I mean, and, coming in and stepping in, when, things wasn't going right for his team, and just having that poise and since a young kid, man. So had a lot of respect for his game. I think he's one of the most accurate, if not the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. I've saw it on film. I think this guy can make any throw on the field. Obviously me coming into this offense will, even make things easier for him. And, I'm excited to play with him, man. A guy like that, catching passes from him, it's also going to make my job a lot easier.
So in doing some research on your background, John, you saw that you have 4 children, 3 boys, 1 girl, and I'm father of 2 myself. And so I always say that, being a father has made me a vastly better human being. So I'm curious to ask you that question. What have your children done to make you a better father and a better person?
Just taught me patience, man. I think that's the number one thing that, my babies, man, have provided me with life. God has blessed me with 4 amazing babies. I'm thankful for each and every one of them. And I would say that, just patience and appreciation. You know what I mean? The things that, we may get stressed out about at times. You look at them and, you walk through those doors and it's daddy, daddy, daddy. And you're like, my problems ain't that big, man. You know what I mean? Like, I get to come home and enjoy this. And, they just grateful with, seeing their dad. You know what I mean? So, those kids, man, so special beyond, special for me in a place where, it's a lot going on in my NFL career and a lot going on in, the career that I have. But, to be able to come home to those kids and, they don't even care about that stuff, right, man. You know what I mean? It means the world to me.
Win or lose in the field, you win every time you get home. It's always a win when you walk through those doors.
Absolutely.
Jonnu Smith, brand new Dolphins tight end. Appreciate your time today, man. Can't wait to watch you spike the ball in the end zone across the street over there.
And maybe do a backflip, you know what I mean? We'll see.
Better than Tyreek's, you think?
We got to put it to the test.
That's right.
We got to put it to the test.
Thanks, John. I appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.